Good morning, everyone. I got my coffee. I'm sitting outside doing some videos because the weather's nice, and I want to make gaming content in a nice area. Like we've got a gaming chair out here. But I just wanted to say to everyone, thank you for watching the YouTubes and the videos that we're posting lately, and I want to thank all of you for your support. It's been absolutely amazing. But what I wanted to talk about today is obviously Xbox exclusives coming to PlayStation. I'm lucky enough to have both. I have Xbox, I have PlayStation as well, and of course my PC. But I'm a console player. I love console games, and yeah. So apparently Xbox announced that there's a whole bunch of Xbox exclusives like Halo, Forza, Senua's Blade, Hellblade 2 coming, and Age of Mythology, and apparently the Gears of War games are coming to PlayStation players on 2025. Now, I want to know from your Xbox fans, do you feel like this is a bit of a betrayal by Xbox? Your beloved IPs are now going to go to PlayStation players. And what about the PlayStation players out there? Are you looking forward to experiencing Forza, Halo, and Gears of War especially? Like, these are really big IPs by Xbox, and that's what got me onto Xbox. I've had, as you well know, my name's PS2 Fatboy. And my favourite console of all time is the PlayStation 2. I love the PlayStation 2. And I'll explain my story and why I moved over to Xbox. I had a PlayStation 1, I had a PlayStation 2, loved them dearly. I had so many games on the PS2, played it to death. And then there was obviously talks of the next console, the next gen console coming in, which was the PS3. And I've never owned an Xbox back then. I had a couple of friends who had one, and I kind of liked what they were playing. But just wasn't for me. Anyway, talks of the PlayStation 3 was arrived, and then of course the new PlayStation 3 was mentioned, and the price was really expensive. I thought it was really pricey for a new console. And then I saw the Xbox 360. Xbox 360 was a lot cheaper, and that's what won me over. And also Gears of War. I saw Gears of War and I was like, wow, what is this game? And the first thing I said, is it going to be available on PlayStation 3? They said no, it's an Xbox exclusive. And I was like, oh, drat. So, that being said, the price definitely won me over, and I ended up being an Xbox 360 player. Later on down the track, I picked up a PS3 when they were a lot cheaper, and I love the games on there. But I was an Xbox fan then on. So I had an Xbox One, and of course the Xbox Series X, and of course the 360. I played so many games on there, and I think Xbox 360 service back then, the online multiplayer, the variation of games was great, and I did owned a PS3, but it wasn't my favorite console. It was good, but it just for some reason I was always playing Xbox 360 a lot more. But now, these beloved games are now going to be moving over to the PS5. And I love my PS5, don't get me wrong. I think the PS5 is great. It's great IPs and stuff like that. Great single-player story games. Really amazing stuff they have there. But I feel that they fall short with multiplayer. You know, I know they've got Call of Duty and all that sort of stuff, but like they have all these really good IPs that are just sitting there not doing anything. Like the Killzone series. I'd love to see a new Killzone on PlayStation 5. Resistance, the Resistance series. They were great as well, and I'd love to see them again. But they were on PlayStation 3. And of course the SOCOM game series, like the SOCOM series, is a great series, and we've been dying to see that come on PlayStation. And we haven't seen that yet. Oh, we've got a cat here, and I've got a dog down here. But it's a real shame that they're not really doing much with them. They're really basically making like God of War and Last of Us, which is nothing wrong with that. Those games are top tier, amazing games on the PlayStation. But what I'd love to see is PlayStation bringing some multiplayers or some old IPs back. You know, that'd be fantastic. But that's another story. Anyway, but I wanted to know your thoughts and opinions on this. Are you excited to see... excuse me. Excited to see these Xbox games coming to PlayStation, and what are your thoughts about that? And do you think maybe is it possible later on down the track will PlayStation actually release some exclusives to Xbox as well. Imagine playing God of War on an Xbox, or Last of Us on the Xbox, or even Ratchet and Clank, or these older IPs that have been on PlayStation. And I know they hold them dearly. I know we'll probably never get anything like that from Nintendo, because Nintendo hold their IPs like they're their babies, and that's understandable. But definitely with PlayStation and Xbox now trying to do something a little bit, especially Xbox doing this right now, I think it's a real good thing. That's me personally. I think it's a good thing, because I feel that now you don't have to buy you don't have to buy a console to play this exclusive game anymore. I think this is the day and age where we shouldn't be stuck to one platform. If we have an option to playing anything on anything and anywhere, and that's what Phil Spencer said. He wants people to experience these games on anything and anywhere, like the phones, PCs, other consoles. And that's why they're really pushing Xbox Game Pass. And I have Xbox Game Pass. I got Xbox Game Pass on day one. When it was mentioned and announced, I was hooked. I got to play games that I would not normally play, because I feel that, one, obviously gaming nowadays costs a lot of money. Like, a lot of games coming out are quite expensive. Unless you're buying an indie title, they're not too bad. But if you're buying a AAA title, guaranteed it's going to be $100 Australian. Especially if you're buying it off the digital store, it's usually $100 Australian. Easy. Unless you get it on sale. But who wants to wait on sales? I know some people do, but a lot of people on day one want to get that game, want to experience the new game before, especially when the reviews come out and they ruin it for you. So, Game Pass has been a godsend to me. I love Game Pass. I love what it's done for me. I've saved so much money on playing certain games, because there's games I would not normally buy, and I'll try them out on Game Pass and end up loving them. So that's one of the things. And also, there'll be games I've tried, and I always thought they would be really good, and they weren't as good, and I was thinking, oh, whew, I just saved myself $100, So that's really the good things about Game Pass. And that's what I love about it. And they're really pushing that Game Pass thing. So that's really good. And so to have Game Pass on PlayStation, maybe eventually down the future, as a possibility as well. Maybe this is like they're extending an olive branch, saying, hey, PlayStation, work with us. Like, here's some IPs we can use, and you guys can work on that. And then maybe later on we can put the Xbox Game Pass app on your PlayStation. Who knows what they're trying to work in the background. I don't think Xbox really cares whether they get PlayStation IPs on their platform. It's all about pushing their games onto other players to get them excited to play these games. Because I know there's a lot of PlayStation fans out there who have not experienced Halo, who have not experienced Gears of War or Forza, and really want to play those games. But in this day and age, the hardware is expensive, PCs are expensive. Like, PCs right now, I know everyone says, oh, you should just get a PC. But, it takes a while for an exclusive, especially PlayStation. It takes like a few years for an exclusive to finally get there, But to have that opportunity to play games on day one of release on Game Pass on the PlayStation, that'd be amazing. That'd be absolutely amazing. But we don't know yet. We don't know what they're planning or what they're trying to do. But I do really feel that Xbox is definitely trying to get more people playing their games. And I think that's the thing. They're trying to make sure that people have the opportunity and also have variety. I mean, that's what the things lacking lately. Especially, I think, this day and age, I think that's the problem, is like we seem to be lacking variety. I know there's lots of games out there, but they seem to be pigeonholed in certain genres and groups. And like the AAA titles are either reboots, remakes, or sequels coming out. But we got nothing really big IPs. Like, the last 20 plus years, you used to get, they used to make some bold things and come out with some really original games. I think that's definitely lacking. But this could be a step in the right direction. But this could be also another chat for another video. But anyway, I'd like to know your thoughts. Are you happy that these Xbox exclusives are coming to PlayStation? And that's for the PlayStation fans out there. And for the Xbox fans, I want to know from you guys, are you feeling a little bit torn or in between? What's your thoughts on these games coming to Mario Kart? These cats coming. I just got a face full of cat butthole right on my face. Thanks, Mario. I want to know from you Xbox fans, do you feel a bit of betrayal, or do you think this is a good thing? Yeah. And also, what games would you love to see from PlayStation if this is a possible thing? PlayStation exclusives coming to Xbox. God of War, Last of Us, Ratchet and Clank. I mean, They got some great IPs there too. Food for thought. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this video. I just want to make some normal videos to upload and share with you guys, and we'll get your views and opinions on these as well. And I hope you like the video. Either way, keep watching, take care of yourselves, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye for now.